Hello YouTubers, 2010 Ford Edge rear Diff Pinion seal replacement. So to start with, I have made two marks with the punch on a U-joint and on a pinion itself, so we can put it back together after the seal is replaced. You can mark it with the marker or whatever, but it depends how well you clean it. After that it can come off, so just two marks with the punch works the best. So now let me get those four bolts out and disconnect the U-joint from the pinion. So also, in order to rotate the shaft, you need to have your vehicle in neutral. Just to access four bolts, you will need to rotate the drive shaft. I also have all my wheels off the ground, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily, because this is disengaged and front diff is disengaged too, I guess. Sorry, just checked. The front diff is engaged. Not the front diff, but the front axle, so you need to have your front wheels off the ground to do this job. So let me get those bolts off. So I got my bolts off. Those are 13mm head socket and impact with the long ratchet works just with the long extension works just fine. Apparently when I spin the shaft, the wheels are spinning, but when I spin the wheels, the shaft is not. So I guess they're not really engaged as it is neutral, so you don't need to have the front wheels off the ground, looks like. So right now I'll just try gently tap on this U-joint and see if it comes off. Voila! So our shaft is out of the way. So now we can remove that nut and get the pinion out, hopefully. Okay. Let me grab the socket and get that nut out. So it looks like 1 1/8" socket fits. So this probably will be around 28-29 mil. So now hopefully my impact can do the job. So let me try that. Alright, the impact could get the nut out, so it was easy. So now to get the pinion or yoke out, you just need gently tap it from different sides. While my compressor was on, I tried, and you can see there is already a gap, so it's coming out quite easily. So you just go around and tap on the flange until it is completely out. So it is out now. Now we can see the seal. Here's the pinion or yoke. So since there is a lot of oil lost, there is nothing dropping right now, but ideally you would want a container underneath to catch all the oil that will be leaking. So we will put it just before we remove the seal. So to get the seal out, we'll try to pry it just with the pry bar. If it doesn't come out, we'll use this slide hammer. So I'll just try to pry it out with the pry bar to start with. But first of all, I will take a wire brush and brake clean and clean everything around, so whenever we remove seal and install the new one, everything is cleaned. So the pry bar did the trick. We got the seal out, and as I said, now it's leaking fluid, so have a catch tray underneath. So here's the seal. So we will get everything clean. Where the seal was, there are some tiny pieces of that brown sealant from the seal. So we'll get that cleaned and we'll get the new seal installed. So here are two seals, new one and old one. The first number for the seal is 18442. So in order to install it, I usually use a socket that sits on top and then I just hammer it. But I don't have a socket that size. 2-inch socket is too small for this seal, so I'll just have to put it in as far as it will go and then gently go around with the small hammer to get it evenly in. Just get the seal in to start somewhere. It's so tight in here. That's how you guys do it. You just push it evenly all the way until this metal lip touches the diff all the way around evenly. So let me do that so I don't waste your time. So the seal is already in. So the new seal is in. The way to get it in, as I mentioned before, you just go gently and tap it all the way around until the metal piece of the seal is all the way in touch with the diff body. So now I will get the yoke installed. I already have it soaked with diff fluid. Same as we got it out, we have to hammer it gently in. And looks like it's in. So we will get some thread lock on our nut and we'll get our nut all the way in and get our yoke tight. So I got that nut all the way in with the impact. Now I torque it to 140 foot-pounds. I'm not sure about the exact specs for this nut, but that's usually average range for the pinions like that. So to hold the pinion in place so I can torque, I use this tool. Originally I got it for fan removal of BMW X series, but this fit here too, so I hold it with this bar and torque with my torque wrench to 140 foot-pounds. And as I mentioned before, don't forget to put the thread locker, blue thread locker, on your thread. So let me get these tools off and we will get the U-joint on. So those bolts are M10 and we will torque them to around 50 foot-pounds, and hold the shaft against rotating. You can just use the pry bar in a U-joint. So here we have a small torque wrench, and we just do 50 pounds on all 4 of them. And again, use the thread lock, blue thread lock on them. So it's all torqueable. I think we do clean, everything was brake clean, so there is no false leak, because we know that oil was coming when we removed the seal. So we want everything to be clean and dry when we finish. So that should be it, guys, for the replacing pinion seal on 2010 for the edge. Do it yourself. Thanks for watching.